My living
Hi, welcome to
expenses
my
in
YouTube channel.
London.
Everyone's asking, what's the bills like in the UK? Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Everyone's asking, what's the bills like in the UK? And what's cost of living? So, okay, guys, I actually live close to central London. Like, really close to central London. I'm like 40 minutes away on train or 30 minutes on a good day once the trains are running fast. So, guys, you know that's expensive. So, my rent is very expensive. Yeah, I could give you a breakdown of my rent. My rent is like £1,200. That's how much I pay in rent, right? So you know, £1 is equivalent to £8. I say it's about 7 something TT, but it's actually, I would say £8 TT. That's how I calculate it out. So £1 is basically like £8 TT. So count that in. So that's like 1,200, and I live in a studio flat. So I could live in somewhere cheaper, but I tend to not. Okay, living in the UK, you could live, how to say it? You could rent like with other persons, or they call it like shared facility. But when I came to this country, I had a bad experience with shared facility and people being very nasty and stealing stuff. So I grew up with everything, having everything on my own. So I didn't want that shared facility. So I tend to branch out on my own. So I got a flat, and this flat is very huge. It's nice. They have your own living room, your own bedroom separate, toilet separate, everything's on its own section. So it's nice. And I pay £1,200 for rent. Also included in rent, it's not included in rent, but I have to pay council tax. Council tax is where the borough, that's like to picking up your rubbish, cleaning the area, the borough. So there are different boroughs. So I live in the Essex area. So in this borough, you know, you have to have like clean the different stuff. So I pay my council tax like £128, and that's a discount because I'm single. So they call it single. They give you a discount when you're single. So that's £128. I also have to pay light bill. So my light bill these past few months has been very expensive because, you know, heating and winter time. But now I'm not using no heating in, so hopefully it will drop. But for the past few months, I've been paying almost £200 on light bill. And then they have water, which is very cheap. I pay £11 for water. Yeah, I pay £11 for water. And you know, you have your internet. So I have internet on my phone. I also have Wi-Fi, because then the internet tends to drop. Internet in London is, we need some flow over here, but internet in London sucks. I love Trinidad internet. It's very fast and efficient. Right, so if you guys know about dial-up, whoever was in the Caribbean would know about dial-up. So it's like dial-up. So my internet bill is not expensive, like £20. So that's not bad, right? And what other expenses? So for groceries expenses is not bad as well. And for groceries for the month, for me, you know, it's me alone, I pay £100, or sometimes it might be £80. It all depends, because most of the times I don't use everything every month, so I just have to top up on stuff. So that's basically some of the expenses I face in London. And traveling, it's another expense by itself. It depends on how the train works. It depends on how the train system functions, because sometimes a train might delay and you might have to drop out on that station and go to the next station. So you might end up taking 3 trains or 4 trains to work instead of taking 2 trains to work or 1 train to work. It all depends on the situation and train strikes and all these different things. So that's expensive as well. But normally on a normal day, paying to go on the train, I pay £12 a day. And that £12 including going into London and coming back home. On a not so busy day, I might pay £20 or £17, it all depends. And that is two-way that £17 is for a trip, is for two-way meaning that £17 covers going into London and coming back out to home. So that's basically my expenses on the whole. And do I have money? People ask as well if I have money to save. Yeah, I have I'll have a little bit to save, but living in London, sometimes it's like different expenses other than that you have to pay as well. So you have to be mindful. But that's the expenses I pay.